What's good? So you're locked in right now to the Section 59 podcast, yeah? We're in a different venue at the moment. We're in the USA, we're in Miami. It's GVO, we're going wild. It's been lit so far. It's only the Saturday. We still got the Sunday to go. But as we're in America, we're going to have some sick, special USA guests. So right now, we got the one and only Oneway Stephan.
Yeah.
Good, my boy.
Good.
So you know, obviously, he's been in the UK. He's a name in the UK. He's a name in France. He's a name over here. Yeah. He gets busy. He's cold. Yeah. What's it been like so far this weekend?
It's been cool, you know. There's a lot of like new type riders, worms we call them over here. Yeah. You know, they just be getting in the way and shit. But I don't know. I just do my thing and try to stay away from that. But it's a couple of times like I'll wheelie and they'll like get right in your way and like you could almost crash because of that. That should just be annoying.
It's the quad bikes as well. I know the quad bikes is so hard because they just go to the left sometimes or they go to the right. I feel like the dirt bikes, you kind of understand what a dirt bike does because 1 second it's going to be there and it's going to be dead and niggas swear from there to there to there to there.
And there's one thing about it, like I don't even like quads like that. But like Banshees, that's one thing, like I'm stepping my foot into that. And they don't even be the problem. It really be like the YFC 450s, all them.
It be the people that ain't wheeling. That's what it is. Because as a wheeler, you understand.
That's that one thing about
1 second, that guy can go from there to there or can move or can do a trick. Or you can even tell by their body position. You know when they kind of tense up to do a swerve or blah, blah, blah. But it's the non-wheeliers that be messing it up, I feel like. But at the end of the day, everyone's out. We're trying to have a good time. So let them be. Hopefully the worms turn into goats. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into Oneway. What is Oneway? I'd like to know. I actually don't.
Oneway is a team, and it started in Philly. It started with Two-Stroke Prince, cold ass Banshee. Like he really like the Banshee king. Like he really like started this, and then like he stepped foot with Corey. And Corey was like, "Yo, can I be Oneway?" From his brothers, you know, all that shit. His brother ride dirt bikes, all that, and then they brought him into that, and then Corey took over like Oneway with him being in jail, all that. So Corey really like stepped us up and brought a lot of like big names to the team, brought a lot of different countries, like it's UK, Europe, everything, like US, all that.
You got a sick roster. You got you got Corey, you got Little Man. You got some good big names over there still.
And it's even like, you know, we all start on pedal bikes. I'm not sure if like y'all are the same way. Start on pedal bikes, you wheelie, then you work your way up to the dirt bike.
I said this, the pedal bike riders seem to be like the best dirt bikers. It comes natural to you guys. That's what I've been seeing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So I know what everyone wants to talk about, so we'll get into it first. So you came to the UK.
I did.
You made your special appearance.
I did.
And you stayed a bit longer than you thought you was going to stay. What happened?
Man, it was a smooth day. It was smooth as shit.
It was a good day. I was there.
We were literally heading back to the car. We were about to put up everything. 5-star out of nowhere. Like, they just start hopping on some shit. And like, I don't know, it's different in the US. Like, you don't expect the unit, like the shit that they got in the UK, the technology that they got, that shit is another level of like trying to catch a bike and shit. Cause we don't have no spike strips. I mean, we do, but you know, it ain't for no big situation of a dirt bike or anything like that. That over here, that's like a traffic violation. But
they hate us in the UK. They actually hate.
They take the piss, man.
Talk us through it from the start to the end. Like what exactly happened?
So basically, all right. So we in the UK. I was riding somebody YZ450 because I was supposed to be on a YZ450 originally. I was supposed to be on Cash's YZ450. But the bull, one of the bulls who was bringing the bike canceled. He was like, "No, I'm not coming." I'm like, man. So I had to find a bike last minute, you know. And then
on the Honda, right?
Yeah.
You hated the Honda. You wanted the Yamaha. I remember. Cool, carry on.
But you know, I made the most of my situation, and then I got passed off on a YZ450. I was riding smooth as shit. And then like the boy was like, "Yo, I want my bike back." I'm like, "All right, I got you." And then the cops passed, like we were in like this little parking lot or whatever. And then the cops like rode past us And we were thinking like, oh yeah, they smooth as shit. Like they didn't care about us. They rode right past us. Yeah. They waited right at the circle roundabout, John. All corners, every single exit, they had spike strips and shit. We was getting around them Johns, like riding over the middle John, all that. And then I was following Dom and Mac and them, because we was headed back to the car. That's who we was with and shit, yellow. And it was smooth until we were taking like an exit on the highway. They hiding on the exit, throwing spike strips. Like, and then we got away from them a little bit, and then we went over this like canal or something.
Yeah, canals.
Yeah. Little canal, John. And on the other side, you know, they was hiding behind the minivans and shit. They threw the spike strips. They separated the pack. I was on the other side of the people who I was supposed to be with. Yeah. So they went over, they popped their tires or whatever. They straight hid.
Yeah, they popped, their tires got popped, but they got away.
They hid. But the dude in front of me, I'm not sure like what happened, but he like slammed the front brake. He dumped the bike. I went up around the curb, like I went up on the curb and around him. And then like as he was running away, over in the USA, we do a thing, it's called No Man Left Behind. But of course, understanding now, y'all laws is different and everything. So it's a little, you know. But over in the US, it's like no man left behind. You ain't leaving your mans for dead, like to get arrested, anything, like any charge. So
I think the UK is like that, but I feel like it's each person to their individual pack. Like if you're saying you do it in the USA, you do it for everybody, any random guy. I feel like people do it for their friends and their friends only kind of. There's people that do it for everyone, but I feel like majority of the people, you know how the laws are. Everyone wants to get home. Everyone wants to be going to jail for this.
Exactly. Yep. But it was silly of me just in that situation. You know, he could have ran away or whatever. You know, whatever would have happened. Cause I'm not from there, so like, it wasn't in my best interest to let him get on the bike and try to get away. But I stopped. I let him. I was like, yo, come on, get on the bike. And then he got on the bike, and I'm like, yo, where we going? He's like, I don't know. I'm not from here. And at the time, I thought he said he was from Essex or some shit. Cause when I was in the Holden jail, John, they sent me a thing and they were like, yo, do you want to talk to your Essex friend? I was like, who? Or, yo, do you want to talk to your Essex friend's girlfriend? She can like help you get,
the person you got arrested with.
Yeah, she can help you get, what's that shit called? House arrest, John, like the
I remember
pad
shit. They wanted to let you out, but something happened with Cash and you couldn't surrender your passport.
My passport.
No one could get to your passport. I remember.
And that, like, bro, the whole fucking trip was crazy. Like word for word, like everything that happened was crazy. But yeah, so I asked him, I'm like, yo, where are we going? He's like, I don't know, that's not my area. So I'm just over in the US, like what we do is we'll hit like turns and shit. That's how you get them off of you for real. But every time I hit like a neighborhood, I'm thinking I'm gonna get to another end. It's a dead end. Like that shit was drawing. And then like it was like those little like the three barrier Johns, and then like you can cut through, get to the other side. I did that a couple times, but like it was just to a point. I'm like, man, fuck this. Like I'm done hitting dead ends. So I just kept taking the main road. And then as I was taking the main road, it just kept getting more undercover cars on me. Like it was BMWs, Audis.
I've seen, there's a video of Birmingham. And you see the police and they've got every single undercover high performance car. Bro. And then obviously you had the heli and you had the plane. Plane, if you don't know, they have a plane as well now that comes out where basically it's not like a heli. You basically don't need to refuel all day. So that will just stay forever. But carry on.
It's hard to shake them. But yeah, so I was just carrying it on. Like I was just trying to like hit turns around them. Cause like even then, like I noticed he was on me and shit. I noticed like that's not a regular civilian car. So I was trying to hit turns and shit. And I was like cutting through grass, like parks and stuff. And he stuck with me the whole time. And I hit a right, and I'm going down this road. Yeah. It's kind of like a neighborhood type, John. Yeah. It's the BMW, the Audi, and the helicopter's on me, of course. Yeah. I'm going down the road for a little bit. I'm just like hitting turns, stuff, trying to shake them, but nothing working. And then like I look up at the helicopter, and like as I'm looking up, a cop hiding behind a minivan with the spike shit. Threw it as I'm looking up at the minivan, popped both my tires. I hit a right, I had enough air. I hit like a main road, and then I'm going down the road, and I seen like a little like wooded area. So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, the helicopter not gonna see me as much right there. So
yeah. So just to let you know, in America, their helis don't have the thermal vision. Yeah. Ours do. Said he's probably thinking, if I go into these woods, the heli can't see me. No, it don't.
They might. They just don't use it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And in the UK, especially for bikes, they're doing whatever they can to get you, bro. It's crazy.
I missed one key, like, kind of thing that kind of, like, added to the story. After I got him on the bike, right, everybody took the fuck off. Fifth gear flew out of there. I don't see nobody in sight. I hit this right. I see, like, this little, like, underpass tunnel, John. I see Dom in that John. I'm like, yo, where we going? He's like, get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. He didn't think I was somebody. Like, he didn't know who I was at the time. He's like, bro, like when I seen him later, he's like, bro, my bad, I ain't know. But after he said that, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I just continued on. But yeah.
Yeah, so cool. So you entered the woods.
Yeah. So I'm in the woods, or like I hit that wooded area or whatever. Well, I'm about to hit the wooded area. I hit a left, tires wash out, both of them. So the bike falls over. He starts running. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna start running. And then like it knocked into me. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I ran back towards the bike. As I ran back towards the bike, the Audi undercover ran the tire over as I'm picking the bike up. So I was grits right there. So then I start taking off towards like the Tesco or whatever, the little shop right there. But they had the helicopter on me, the undie. I gave up. I'm like, man, like, I just had collarbone surgery at the time, too. I didn't want them to tackle me and, like, fuck my surgery up and shit. I wasn't even really supposed to be on a bike like that. So I gave up. And then they was like, oh, yeah, you came over here just to ride dirt bikes and shit. I was like, no. Like, they was just trying to roof me with that shit.
I remember they was trying to say you organized it all.
Yeah, they was trying to say I was the leader.
I remember.
And I was like, how does that make sense? Like, I'm not even
from here.
Yeah,
from here. All right, so cool. So you get arrested.
Yep.
We'll cut through all the holding bits. You couldn't surrender your passport.
Yeah.
So you went to jail.
Yeah.
What was it like in there?
It was crazy. Like, at first, like, you know, over here we got guns and shit.
Yeah.
So it's not like as common for knives and shit. But in the UK, knives is like a huge thing. So I'm thinking like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get stabbed in this bitch. Like immediately, I'm like, damn, I'm really get stabbed in this bitch. But I went to like the hold and shit. They held me there for 2 days until court started. And then they drove me in the bus over to there. And then they had me in this cold ass cell for like 4 hours till my court, John. That shit was fucking hell. I was doing like push-ups and shit. I was just trying to find time to like get warm and shit. But then they took me into court. And mind you, I had a BikeLife shirt on. It was a DC BikeLife shirt on. It's a like BikeLife is not a crime or some shit. I insided it out. Because I was like appearing in court in front of the judge and shit.
I remember we seen the picture. Someone come to your court case. I think it was D.
Yeah, D.
And he took the picture of it. I remember seeing the t-shirt inside out. That was funny.
Yeah, I could send it if you want it.
Yeah, we'll put it in.
Yeah, and so they were like, yeah, you came over here doing crime, everything. And then they were talking about like how long they were gonna give me and everything. But then they like scratched it kind of. They were just like, matter of fact, we want you in the next court hearing. and then they're like, no bail though, or whatever it's called, because we don't have your passport. They're like, if you can get somebody to get your passport, the next, yeah. And then my friend Cash, who I was staying with in the UK, he had a mad experience, and then he got booked the same, literally the same day that I got booked, and all my items, all my cameras, equipment, everything, it was all in there, besides like what I had on my helmet, all that. But they had all that, and they're still holding it. Like, I never got that shit back. Shit crazy. And yeah, so I had to talk to somebody to get my passport. And of course, the person I was talking to, like, he wasn't in the area. So it was like a mad trip for him to get over there and shit. So he finally did that. And then we appeared in the next court, John. I'm gonna talk about the court shit, and then I'm gonna get to my experience in jail. We got to the next court shit, and they were like, well, nah, I ain't gonna say all that, because, you know, that's a little fake. But one of the charges, there was like, oh yeah, reckless driving, like, and then you not being from here. So they were trying to charge me with like being like an outsider type shit, causing chaos in their country and shit. So then they eventually gave me 90 days or something like that. But I think like in the UK it's half or something.
Yeah, and
you do half.
Yeah, majority of cases you can do half your sentence as long as you behave and blah, blah, blah,
Then after that, like, I was about to go home. I'm like, yeah, I'm going home tomorrow, everything. Fucking immigration knocks on my cell. They was like,
detention.
Yeah, we're holding you until we find room to bring you to the detention center and shit. I stayed there for like another week. That shit was ass. And then they deported me home type shit. But yeah, in jail, it was weird. Because like I said, I thought I was going to get stabbed, all that type shit. But it wasn't that bad, like, as I thought. And so I go, after my court date, they bring me over to the big house, all that. And everybody's getting like assigned like cells and shit. They like trying to find like people kind of like related to give like cellmates type shit. So the one dude, I didn't even know like he spoke like English or something, cause he was like French or something, but like a French Canadian. That's like different. That's kind of like over here too type shit. But like it's a little different. Like they still don't speak English over here type shit. And them bros just started speaking English, and so I'm like, you speak English? And then they seen like we were chatting and shit in the little room, and they're like, all right, this gonna be your cellmate. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, bro was really cool as shit. Like, it was really cool. Like, I ain't gonna say it's good to go to jail or anything, but it was an experience, you know what I mean? It was definitely an experience. So they took me over to the cell and stuff, and then they have like other people that are like in the jail and shit, working type shit. So they're the people who brung us to the cell, figured out that like, yeah, we cool and shit. And like the dude end up like being like, yo, like, I want to check out your YouTube and all that shit when he get out, all that type shit. Cause like he recognized like I was an American and like I was doing BikeLife and shit, and like he knew a little bit about BikeLife and shit. And then so they put us in the cell and shit, and basically we were just like meeting new people and stuff, like when they send you out for the little hour or whatever. And then I met another bull. He knew people of BikeLife, like, and then like after prison he started getting in BikeLife heavy, type shit. But yeah, I was talking to him like all the time, like, and it was at the time the anniversary came out. So my boy sent me a picture of the anniversary. I'm like, damn, an orange Yamaha. And I was like, then he sent me a picture of it, but you know, like in the jail, the quality ain't as good and all that. So I'm like, damn, it kind of looked dingy. But then, like, I, like, drew it. Like, I traced it. Like, it was like a paper copy or something. I had it, like, on, like, one of the light johns, and I, like, traced it out. And I have that, like, as a little john, too. And then, like, I was writing, like, yellow and shit. Like, I'll insert the little picture and all. But, yeah. But, the whole time, it was just me thinking about bikes, all types of shit. But, like I said, it wasn't that bad, because I could relate to people, and they was cool with me. They liked how I was different, you know what I mean? Because you don't really see no Americans in there. It was one American in there. He was from Chicago. We used to call him Chicago, because, like, you know, they don't really know, like, anything, but everybody knows, like, Chicago drill culture, all that shit. So, like, he was arrested on some crazy shit or something like that. But we used to just be like, yo, where's Chicago at? Where's Chicago at? And just hang out with him and shit, you know, in the yard, all that. And, yeah. But, like, with the fucking, I forget what it's called, the kiosk John to, like, pay for food and that. My mom sent me money to get, like, shit, but it wasn't getting transferred because it was American money. So it took like 2 to 3 weeks. So I was really like assed out besides like a lunch, breakfast, dinner type shit. That's all I was getting type shit. But luckily, like I said, my cellmate was hooking me up, all types of shit. And then somebody made like a phone call, like somebody in BikeLife made a phone call like, yo, my man from the US is in the same jail as you. Can you like hook him up? And bro was giving me hella noodles, all types of shit. It was cool as shit. He's like, bro, I fuck with you, all that. And then like, over there, like, you guys have like a vape system or something. Like, if you're like addicted to nicotine or some shit, they sign you up so you can get like a vape a week or some shit. And what they do over there is you pay like a vape or some shit for something you want, like for a haircut or something, you would pay like a vape. So everybody would just say they're addicted, so you get a vape, all that. Currency, yeah, exactly. And then I paid like a fucking vape for a haircut and shit, just for like the experience, you know? Like, it was cool. And yeah, so basically I thought I was gonna get out, and then they put me in immigration, and then I get to immigration, it was nobody who speak English, nothing, like crazy ass experience. And then like I hear down the hall, like in the cells, it's kind of like a I'm not sure if y'all know what like college is. It's kind of like a college dorm room type shit. Cause like you can just walk out of your cell and shit. It was cool.
You're not locked in.
It wasn't too bad. But I heard down the hall, I heard like Meek Mill and shit. And then like bro seen me like sitting out front of the door and she's like, you good? He was from like Jamaica or something. No, he was from Caribbean islands. And he's like, you good? I was like, yeah, bro, like I'm from Philly. We listen to Meek Mill all the time and shit. He's like, come in here. And then bro had like an Xbox, like this whole like music setup and everything. We were just vibing, listening to music. Like that made my experience way better. Like, and bro was just talking about like all the stories that he like been through. Basically like fucking, he got charged with like murder or something because he was self-defending himself in France when they tried robbing him. So he like stabbed them type shit, some shit like that. So then he tried going like after his sentence and all, he got home, all that. He tried going over to Germany, and then they stopped him, locked him up into immigration. Bro was doing like 2 to 3 years in immigration. Crazy. And they were just like taking a piss holding him. Basically what they do is they hold you so that they don't have to pay you out, because he's not supposed to be over that long, so they have to pay him out for that. But then he got like sick, and then they had to release him, and he's staying like somewhere in London now type shit. They gave him like a hotel and all that type shit. But yeah, and then they're like, your flight's in the morning. They woke me up, got me over to London Heathrow Airport, and I went in like the back way. I'm like, damn, I'm ready to go on like a private jet or some shit. Then like I went through. They like checked the bags and all like in that little like private airport section, and then they drove me to like the front to like walk through, and then like I went through TSA, checked me all that, but like I had like 4 bodyguards around me the whole fucking time, so I was looking like this famous ass person in the airport. Everybody like looking at me and shit, and then like I'm like, yo, like the flight ready to take off. They're like, no, you good. And then like as I get over to like the gate where I'm about to get on the plane, they cut me in front of the whole line. They gave my passport to the pilot or whatever, and then they took me to the back, and then they flew me home, got my passport back. No charges over here. I'm green.
Yeah. It's all right. What was it like being home? I remember I saw the video. I remember the first video. I remember it because you came out. Was it with Little Man?
Yeah, I literally, my boy picked me up from the airport. I'm like, yo, they riding at the strip. Yeah. It's Lil Man birthday right now. Yeah, he told me to pull up. And I literally got off the plane, got on the bike immediately.
I remember it because you got there.
I cut the shit.
I see the video,
Yeah.
You cut the stuff, you put on the Section 59 gloves.
Yeah.
I remember it still.
Yeah.
It's good to see you home, man.
Hell yeah.
It was a crazy experience.
Yeah, it was a fucking feeling when I got home. It was crazy.
That's mental. Going in jail for BikeLife. Imagine that. Coming to the UK, go in jail, doing the quick 90 days for some immigration, and then going back.
Yeah.
But Philly, now we're on to Philly.
Yeah.
What's it like in Philly for BikeLife? Like, so what we know, like, if we say the dream places, it would be Philly. Obviously, New York, we completed that. I think not New York, Miami. Miami's sick because it's hot weather, it's good vibes. You got G-View, everyone comes over. But the other 3 that I do want to visit, I've been New York, but not for riding. I want to ride in New York.
Yeah.
It looks very, very techy over there.
Yeah, it is.
I want to ride in Baltimore definitely, and I want to ride in Philly. So what's Philly BikeLife like?
Philly BikeLife, you know, that's part of like history.
Yeah. One
of the top 3 people who really like started BikeLife. I'd say Philly, New York, and Baltimore, of course.
That's the conversation I always hear, the argument. Who is the originator of this BikeLife stuff? Is it Baltimore? Is it Philly? Or is it New York?
I believe that New York rode dirt bikes on the street first.
Okay.
Baltimore crafted the culture.
Okay.
But like Philly in the same boat, because it was already going on in like the 90s, 80s too. Like it kind of just like, I don't know, people just wanted to ride dirt bikes and shit. So they didn't have, there's not many places to ride a track or anything over in like Philly, Baltimore. So everybody just ride the street. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say New York started it. Baltimore and Philly and New York crafted it.
Sick.
Yeah.
And then obviously, so Philly, you're saying you don't have spikes, you don't really have the music and the things.
Yeah.
But you said you got dirt bike police, right?
Yeah, we got dirt bike
cops. Well. Sorry to buy. Philly's where Brap's from, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's someone I grew up watching.
Yeah. For sure.
And stuff. Yeah. So yeah, what was it like having them type of people growing up with, and then like dirt bike police and that?
Like, it didn't really get bad until like, you know, it always just be dumb shit that caused like a spike of cops and shit. So like we got a new mayor. I'm not sure if like y'all are on like the same shit with like governors or shit.
No, we don't have that in the UK.
Yeah. So like over in like cities, states, everything, it's all patrolled by like the government, all that type shit. So we got a new governor, and she wasn't too fond on the dirt bike shit. Especially after a fucking motorcycle got like mad that like the car almost like hit him or something. He straight whipped out a gun and shit and then hopped on the
Is that the video where he's on the motorbike and he jumps through, he falls
smashes
through the window basically.
It was a child.
And his gun drops.
Yeah, it was a child in the back seat.
Oh shit.
Dumb shit. Like they just made the shit hot for no reason. Huh?
When was that?
September 2023.
2023, because I remember when I was watching the YouTube stuff for Philly, I remember there was a time where like I was watching, who is it? It would be Boogie's channel.
Yeah.
And they was out, and then they was always kept talking about it. Like, they was never talking about police bikes. And then they said, oh, they got police bikes now, we got to be careful.
And it's like, the police dirt bike's been a thing. That shit been going on forever. Especially like Rail Day. If you know what Rail Day is, that shit is like a hit in Philly. That's like one of our main things. Because, you know, rest in peace, Dirt Bike Rail. He was really that on the dirt bike.
We got a Rail Day.
Yeah. He was really like the king of this shit. And so Rail Day, that shit really like brought a lot of attention with the cops and all. Cause you know, everybody from out of town wanted to honor Rail.
Like the GVO basically.
Yeah, exact type shit, yeah. So that was already a thing. But it calmed down over the years, like especially COVID and everything. It calmed down for sure. And it got real sweet, you know, it was real easy to just hop on a bike and ride, like they wouldn't really bother you unless like you was really like lacking or something, like at a gas station, some shit like that.
Just normal
just dumb shit, And then, the dude hopped on the window, and then the mayor enforced like policing with the dirt bikes and everything. She's like, yeah, this a bad look for tourists on our city, all that. So then they started hopping on some shit. Fucking bringing helicopters out with 20 dirt bike cops at a time just to chase the pack, chase anybody on a dirt bike, especially if they find like, you know, like one person, they're on your ass for sure. Like, it was just stupid shit like that. And of course, like, it just gradually got bigger. I think they're up to like, probably like 50 dirt bike cops at a time, like, just ridiculous shit. So, you know, it kind of dumbed down Philly bike life a lot, because you know everybody don't want to just put their life in jeopardy with that type of shit, you know, going to jail, jobs, all types of shit, you know, that all play a factor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. So cool. That's Philly bike life. You got a little superstar in Philly though.
Yeah.
Little man.
Yep.
He is cold, and I see that he just obviously done something with Ducati, or he got the bike from Ducati.
Hell yeah.
I see you ride it. What's that Ducati dirt bike like?
You know, it kind of feel like a KTM.
Okay.
You know, that's one thing about it. KTM dirt bikes, they're not really for wheelies.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, our bikes aren't for wheelies, but you know, it just feel that way.
Yeah.
So it kind of like feel like a little like heavier, you know, it's got a steel frame, all types of shit like that. The engine brake like a little stronger. The brakes are a little weaker a little bit. But you know, that's like how they mold their bikes for motocross and stuff.
Yeah, they're made for motocross, they're not made for wheeling, but you know.
But it's good for him to get that connection and get the Ducati, you know.
He's doing his thing, man. Yeah, how's it like being around him, man? He's literally, he's not
cool.
even a hitter in the making. He is a hitter. He is made.
It's crazy because he's like a little superstar. Cause like I've been around him for like a long ass time. You know what I mean? But like as the years progress, he just get bigger and bigger. Like, and like you know when you see like a little kid like grow up and shit, it's like damn, like it's crazy.
I was saying this to my friends that have come and experienced GVL for the first time. When we're at like Kel's house and stuff, and you see the little kids, they're outside on their bikes and they're just around it. I'm like, there is no way you don't grow up and not be a hitter. Do you know what I'm saying? It's impossible. In the UK, we got like a lot of mopeds. Before you see dirt bikes, you see mopeds, and that's the thing you gravitate to. And then once you get into the socials of it, you're like, all right, cool. In America, they ain't no mopeds. They ain't doing none of that.
That's a big thing in New York.
Yeah, I see
New York, definitely a big moped place.
So yeah, if anything, we're watching the moped guys and the Gileras and all the mopeds. That's what we want to be like. And people are going wild on them, but you know the stuff you're doing on a dirt bike is completely different. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Even like the e-bike culture, that shit changed a lot. You know, like that brung a lot of people to the culture.
A lot of young kids as well.
Like we even seen them in the pack today. You know what I mean? Like
exactly, definitely.
The only thing is like how long your battery gonna last. You know, that's
why I'd never. The only bike that I'd be seeing that is kind of alright, I would even think is a stock. We got a guy that used to come out with a stock. We would go from where we are to Central, London, and back, and he'll be good. And I'm like, nah, stock is the one. But
that joint cool.
Ain't no bringing out no Ultra B or no. Nah, I can't do that. Them batteries will die, man.
Yeah, for sure.
What's it like being around Corey? Corey's sick. They got, just watching the YouTubes of his and that. Bro.
Corey, one of my favorite people to watch on a bike. He insane. I really think he's the best. Like, he'll just do some shit. You'll just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
Like, and it'll just be random. Like, you won't expect it. And like, it'll be some crazy ass shit. Like, it'll be like a trick or like, just like swag type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like crazy control, all that. Like, I don't know what the fuck. He mastered all of it, like all in the same shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I remember watching his YouTube. You just seeing him going crazy. He had what was the little black guy that he used to have with him? I can't remember what his name is now. But I've seen him anyways recently on social media. He's leveled up as well. It's like that whole team. They're doing their thing. And then you lot, obviously, are proper like, you do the pedal bike culture as well. Like that's your lot's thing. I see that.
Yep.
But in the UK, it's like majority of the pedal bike hitters over there also ride dirt bikes as well, and they do both. Cause I see pedal bikes you can monetize more off. It's more.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I understand it. In the UK, our pedal bike hitters don't really touch the dirt bikes. Like we got who's really a pedal bike. You got Little Harry and that. They don't really. Yeah. They're not out here.
E-bike. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not out here on no dirt bikes and that going wild. They definitely got the potential to.
Yeah.
It's not.
You'll see a couple people migrate. Like I grew up.
Just a couple,
I grew up a lot, and that was one thing that really like steered me towards going to the UK, because I've been trying to go there since like 2019. I broke my foot on a pedal bike. I was just gonna ride pedal bikes over there and shit, but that slowed up my shit, and then I was eager to get over there. So
cool. Talking about you breaking something, if Steph, he always rides with a helmet. Why is that?
Been in some crazy ass accidents, honestly. Like GVO too. My craziest accident was in 2022. Rest in peace, my man Ty Ty. We were coming back from his funeral, and like, he was heavy in this fucking BikeLife shit. That's really our guy. And he was heavy like in the BikeLife shit. It was really like that. And we rode our bikes to his funeral and shit. And then when we were coming back, we were trying to just, release some stress. We went to the strip, just turning up. My boy was like, you can't tune longer than me or whatever. So we just going back and forth down the whole strip. And like, it got to a point, I just like, I didn't think. Like, I was just in that mode of the tune, like, so I'm heading this mean ass tune down the road, and then like they got like this little drive-in school place that they like go to our little strip, and they start practicing parallel parking. The people, they stopped right next to the spot of where they're supposed to parallel park, and they had their blinkers on or whatever. But I'm tuning the bike, and I can't see like over to see the car. I really could have like looked to the side.
Yeah, but you're in the
moment. Of course, you're in the moment and shit. I'm tuning in, smack the back of the car, like third gear, probably like 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Lost all my teeth in the front. I was wearing a half helmet, like one of them, I was wearing a half helmet. I shattered my jaw. I broke my pelvis. I broke some ribs. I was in a coma for 3 weeks, and I had to like get my jaw reconstructed. It was shattered like literally in little tiny pieces. So they had to like make a new jawbone. And after that, like when you recover from that, it's like, all right, I lived from this. I had a 10% chance of living, and I lived from this. So I was like, shit, like, of course, this BikeLife shit don't stop, but you can always do it a little more cautiously. So I threw on that full face helmet, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, ugly, whatever. I'm like, that shit really serve a purpose. So I don't really listen to what nobody say.
Yeah, your life is more important to you than the drip. What I've realized in America is some men prefer the drip.
Yeah,
and I'm one of them, don't get it twisted.
For sure,
I prefer drip because I say it to these all the time, And my boys have took it in, and they said, bro, it's facts. you come out feeling drippy, you move drippy on your bike. Do you know what I mean? So when I've said to them, wear this and let's not wear helmets today and X, Y, Z, it's worked in their favor. But there's certain times where I'm like, okay, we need to wear a helmet now, at least this. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm on a YZ, I feel like for me, I'm not going to be doing no surfing. I'm not going to be doing wild. It's a 2-stroke. I don't even want to risk it. I'll be doing a tune. I'll be doing a one-hand. I don't need a helmet. Maybe a 150 as well. But if I'm on my 450 now, we're doing surfs, we're doing things where, even controlling the back brake, you're going faster. Literally. I'm like, let's put on a helmet at least. You know what I mean? Because it can go left for you. And
even like, I had my incident with the shit. So of course I'll wear my helmet. But even a half helmet, if you're not wearing no helmet, that's way worse. Like you have way less surviving chance than just a simple half helmet.
Last GVO, I thought Joe was dead. I remember seeing him crash. I remember looking at him on the floor. His head was bust open, no helmet, and he's just not moving. I thought he is dead.
That's one thing about like these streets. It's more like highway oriented. You know what I mean? It's faster speed limits, everything like that.
You lot move at a way faster pace than the UK.
In Philly, it's all blocks for the most part. Unless you're on like a main street, it's all blocks. So it's tight, it's technical. You really gotta control the bike and everything. That's why I like ride how I ride over like in like them cities, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like over here, it's cool. It's cool to be open and all, but like it's not that same feeling.
When it's open,
tight.
you find yourself going faster. I say this all the time. When we're trying to slow down on something, if there's a building or something, you'll drop that bitch back. But as soon as when I see an open road, for some reason, I can't help but my wheelie just speeds up. And I'm like, bro, this is jarring. I need something in front of me. If it's a person, a car or something, and I can just drop it back and I can do what I need to do.
Yeah, that's one thing about Miami. That's the one thing I don't like. I don't like speeding all crazy. I like to control that type shit.
Yeah. All right. So realistically, what are you saying? If you fall off again and it's serious enough, you're dead.
Depends how bad it is.
Depends how bad.
Like I was saying, I had another fall, GVO. Matter of fact, I fell 3 times this day. Oh, shit. And it's on my YouTube and all. But I was just so like gassed. My bike was feeling good, you feeling good, everything. You just get in that moment, one little fall, all right, whatever. You get back up, you're like, all right, I need redemption for this. And then, you just get ahead of yourself. And then the second fall, it was kind of light. But then, it's like that shit. Like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I really need to turn up. And, it's like, it's kind of a bad mindset to, like, think like that. But, in the same sense, But that third time, I was just, like, overgassed. Hella people was just recording me for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, I was just turning up, that. But we're on the highway over in, Hollywood over here. And fucking, we're on like that turnpike, John. And I'm just doing all tricks while I'm tuning, all types of that. And then, when I'm tuning, doing tricks, I'm off the brake on a 2-stroke 125, YZ 125. And I'm like, and like, it's one thing about tuning, it's better in like lower gears. I'm not sure, like, you feel that?
In third or fourth, it still goes back. Like you're supposed to, the end of braking supposed to keep it there, but in third or fourth, I find myself the bike still just goes back.
Yeah, I was in like third or fourth for sure. The bike coming back. I try to get my foot back to the brake, missed it. Boom! Like I literally missed it by like this much. Like in the video, you can see I literally missed it by like this much. Cost me everything. Dude behind me is recording on a quad. He not paying attention, like how I felt, like he not reacting to it. Yeah. Runs me over. Like I got ran over by the quad, like a speed bump type shit. And in the back of my head, my head was bleeding, like through the mask, everything. My head was bleeding in a big full face helmet, bleeding. So if I would have had like a half helmet, I would have been cooked. Yeah. But like I had like all this blood rushing out of me and shit. And then like I had to get rushed to the hospital like then and there. and then they took me in, patched me up, everything like that. But that was another one of them situations. If I didn't have that helmet on, I would have been dead, like literally.
That's another thing that's crazy about the USA. Like, you lot got hospital bills and all of that stuff, innit? Like, crazy,
that shit is insane.
Crazy, bro. We don't have none of that.
None?
Okay, you go to hospital, you're good, bro. There's no problems at all. There's none of that. I remember I think it was GVO 23.
Yeah.
We had one of the boys from Scotland come over, Joe. He lost his leg. And I think his bill was like 40K? Something crazy.
That's light. Mine was a lot.
It might have been more. I might be downplaying it, but yeah. What was your bill?
If I didn't have insurance with my worst accident, it would have been like $2 million. $2 million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is crazy. All right, so let's go on to something more positive. What's the best country you visited for BikeLife, do you think?
I had a lot of fun in Greece.
In Greece?
Manny really showed me the ropes with that.
You wasn't in Greece when we was in Greece, was you?
No, I wasn't. Nah. Y'all was with my man Mizzo.
Yeah, Mizzo was there, yes. But Greece, what was that like?
That shit was a vibe. Like, you know, after I had my experience in the UK, it really kind of like turned my eye on it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, all I experienced was bad shit over there. That first day, who's in Coventry or whatever, my man Arniz, you know, he free now. Shout out to him. But he gave me a CRF 450 to ride that day. Cool ass day. I was having a ball. And then that next day, you know, shit just hit the fan. But yeah, in Greece, that shit was a vibe. Like, Manny, he from Greece, you know.
I was told that hopefully Manny he busts his case in Greece as well, because you see what be going on in Greece as well right now, innit?
Yeah.
Manny be going through it, so...
I think he's coming home.
Is he coming home? That's what he messaged me. He said, I think it's time to come back to the trenches.
Yeah.
Even he messaged me today. He's like, I should be there with you guys, man.
Yeah.
But, Greece.
Yeah, that shit was a vibe. He kind of just, like, told me, like, yo, the same way, you know, it's kind of like a Europe thing. They don't really play with the dirt bike shit. But, you know, he kept me on my toes. Gave me a pass off everything. So it was good. You know, we was just exploring Greece and shit.
Yeah, sick.
That shit was cool. Yeah. And you know, like, it was just like a different part of the world. So.
Yeah, you get to see BikeLife in a different way, experience different roads. Yeah,
I'm not sure if you noticed, them streets are slippery as shit.
Slippery, bro, and they're shiny, bro.
Hell
they are slippery, bro. We was in Greece, we rid.
Yeah.
We was there with Manny. Manny held us down. And that's one thing about Manny, he holds you down.
Hold you down,
properly.
for sure.
He holds you down properly.
Shout out to Manny.
Yeah, he held us down properly, but them streets are slippery.
Yeah.
But that was a very good experience. Riding in Greece was very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just hard to get there. Like, the boys drove. It was a 35-hour drive.
35?
Yeah, and they had to do that back. So, but obviously it was worth it for BikeLife GP.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cool, so talking on countries, another country you visited and had bad luck, and it's crazy because it was all in that same trip. So if you didn't know, you went from the USA, you went to France.
Yep.
You were supposed to then go to Amsterdam, but you
supposed
didn't
to go to Amsterdam, didn't have a bike.
London.
Yeah.
I heard about it. It was my boy's bike. The bike was a lemon as well. I remember it being a lemon. It was all right when it was in the UK, but when it was given to you, it was a lemon. And I know how that feels because we come out here sometimes and you might leave your bike off at American or you might buy a bike off at American and it's not what it's supposed to be and it just ruins your whole trip, bro. Especially when you're coming here. It's expensive to get here. Yeah, and I heard it is expensive for you lot to get to Europe as well. So, we'll go through France. Obviously, the bike first, I remember riding, I remember seeing the video, and it just didn't want to go.
Pouring gas.
Yeah, it didn't want to go.
No power. Spark plug fouling in traffic. Mind you, like in France, you get like 7 years or something and you get caught.
Yeah.
Like, depending on your situation, you get like...
It's like 7 years on a hefty fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I was fucked. Like, I'm like, yo, somebody got to save me. But luckily, I made it through that day, you know.
And then, obviously, the other bad news, talk me through it, because you will have your own experience on it. I've heard about it. But what happened with the loss of the bikes?
So, we go over to France. Ride out's cool, everything. We're headed back to the car. I think we planned on going to Amsterdam, like, the next day or something. So, we were trying to get, like, all settled. But that same trip, my boy Cash I got ran over by somebody on like the highway or something. Some mad shit. Some shit like that. And he like broke his leg or something. So we were going to visit him in the hospital. But the Airbnb that they booked, that shit was in the trenches. Like, if y'all know what the trenches are, like, that's like the ghetto type shit. But it was like the projects, if y'all know what that is too. But it's like the project housing type shit. And they booked this B&B and they're unloading like 7 bikes in this parking lot. So, you know, it's a bad scene right there. Locals catch eye of it and then they tell their mans. And then like me, Yellow, and somebody else, we had taken off from the flat to the hospital and shit. As we're taking off or whatever, they're like, yo, the bike's gone. Or not as we're taking off, we got like to the hospital. They're like, yo, the bike's gone, the bike's gone. We're like, what? Like, what are y'all talking about? They're like, they just robbed us at knife point. Like, they all had big ass knives. Like, somebody had the video. I'm not sure where it went.
I'll find it, yeah.
Yeah, big ass knives. They had some big ass knives on them and shit. So I think somebody tried closing the gate so they couldn't get the bikes. But, you know, they was already on their ass with the knives and shit. So they took off with like 7 or 8 bikes. Luckily, a couple people had air tags and shit. Got a couple bikes back. Unfortunately, the pass off that I had, of course, did not get recovered. And yeah, I was supposed to ride that bike in Amsterdam, but I couldn't because I didn't have a bike there anymore. And then I had somebody, they're like, yo, we got a bike for you over here. But it was kind of just like, you know, I'm already in that experience. Like, nah, that shit dead.
Too much to take on. Yeah, so you went from, you had bad experience there. You had bad experience. But you're doing your thing anyways. We'll wrap it up. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
I see you on the YouTube.
Yep.
I see you posting. You started posting funny content on Instagram now, and you're doing well. I see that. It's hilarious. We'll definitely come Philly soon. We'll ride in Philly.
Yeah.
Maybe do a part 2 because I know there's way more to your story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good to catch up, my boy.
Yeah.
And we'll lock in.
Appreciate you. Make sure y'all check out my YouTube, man. Oneway Stephan. We're going strong on that. Unfortunately, YouTube is very strict on bike life content, so it is harder to post street bike life videos. Mainly on my YouTube, I post like lot videos, stuff like that. You know, us just turning up with the guys at the strip, everything like that. And then I do have, which I will post, all the street content and everything. Unfortunately, you have to pay for the subscription, but it's only like $4 a month or something. You get loads of videos of all the bike life riding that I do, no matter where I go, LA, Philly, Baltimore, everywhere, you know, GVO. And then y'all can follow me on Instagram as well, Oneway_Stephan. I also have a secondary page, Dirt Bike Steph, as well, which I'll post content on too.